Hello guys, welcome to another creepypasta. This is not a really creepypasta, it's just a Pokemon theory and creepypasta half-half. And today we will talk about the creation of Arceus. So, the first day of space, 1 year. There's nothing in space but then the one egg. And a first Pokemon that got created is called Arceus. Arceus, it automatically created other two legendaries. It's Dialga that controls time and Palkia that controls space. And he created Giratina. But then he got vanished into another world because of his behavior. Well, Dialga moved time and Palkia moved and made space. But then in Arceus' world there was nothing. So Arceus created one more Pokemon that it looks like a pink cat. And it called Mew. But Mew is just a doll that cannot even know his feelings. So Arceus was sad. So Arceus gave Mew feeling, thought, and technology. And since feeling, thought, and technology represents the three Pokemons, they created Uxie and other three Pokemons, but I forgot, sorry. And automatically Arceus used those three Pokemon to put Mew inside the doll. And Mew understood Arceus. And Mew, for thanks, he gave Arceus and Mew spread his DNA all over the world. And you remember at the movie where Shaman and Giratina comes out. Giratina is trying to destroy Dialga, and when the time he messed up the time that Dialga made, and also space got all destroyed, and the world was in great danger. But because of Arceus, Giratina got vanished again, and there was nothing. No lights, no water. Like the opposite is those place. And Giratina got captured forever. But then, because of Giratina's attack, Dialga lost his power. But then, he used the power of the forest and created a Pokemon called Celebi, who also moves also time. So it means that Arceus didn't actually create Celebi. Dialga created Celebi. And because Mew's DNA got all spread out all the world, Pokemon got created because of Mew's DNA. So that's why it's all the ancestor of the Pokemon. And you can learn every Pokemon's move that he does, that you can learn. And at 90 years, a deep earth, the magma got hard and a red creature came out. In a deep ocean, the red creation got created. And a really high sky, a green Pokemon got created. Well, red creature and the blue creature was a really opposite, that they are trying to do a war. So that's why the red creature is trying to increase more land than the ocean, and the blue creature trying to increase ocean than more ocean than land. But then their powers are similar, that no one. But then they're fighting. But then the blue is starting to recover all of the blue's creation, land. So the green creature trying to use two rocks, and they created red ore and blue ore and seal them away. And the red and blue creature went inside a deep sleep. But the red creature and the blue creature got slept like after the ocean all covered the water. So even right now, like in real life in the Earth, 70% of the Earth is the ocean. And so that it means the red power and the blue power got mixed, and they created a place, a temple. Yeah. Another temple, like the beach, and there's a water trying to come up to the land. It means the red creature and the blue creatures are resting right now. And because of a long time ago, the person wants to connect the ocean, land, and sky, so they made a really large tower. But then the green creature was really mad that they want to connect the land, ocean, and sky and make the world mess. So red creature created hurricanes and use a move called Dragon Pulse to remove all the towers. So that's why there was a tower that was only half. If you don't understand, well, I don't know. In 170 years, because of the power of the surface and ocean, they got all mixed up, and a really huge creation got created. This creation is kind of different than a red and blue, because if red increased the land, this creature separated the land. And this creation of the Pokemon is called Regigigas. Regigigas trying to move the continents, but then his power is really strong, so they created, so he made a surface that to a right place, and because of that, Regigigas created other 3 Pokemons. So this Pokemon will make people's life better. But then, because of the continents, while the continents mission is continuing, a hard mountain and a magma coming up, and the Pokemon Hitron got created. In the year 240 years, Arceus used all his power, so he's trying to fall asleep. But then he thought that if he went inside the sleep, then Giratina will create another trouble. So before he sleeps, he created a ore to seal away the Giratina's power. And the reason he made it, because when Giratina escapes out of the other dimension that Arceus got created, then he'll transform to another form to weaken his power. Now, Arceus already knew that, so Arceus is really mad against Arceus. Well, Arceus cannot ignore the Giratina's rage, but that doesn't mean that he cannot block the Giratina's power. So it doesn't, like, Giratina doesn't like Arceus to make him only the ore that makes him weak. Well, so equally, Arceus created another 2 ores to weaken Dialga and Palkia's power. So if Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina got all his ores, then they then use his true power. And finally, because of that, Giratina calmed down. And then Arceus went up to the high sky, and he became a star, and he became asleep. Because of this, a Pokemon Jirachi got created. Well, because then the Jirachi controls the star, but then the Jirachi controls the star like at the first time, so he made a kind of mistake. So the Jirachi accidentally make stars all fall into the Pokemon world. So that's why in the game, an item called the Piece of Star is all over the world. Well, this is not all of the Pokemon theory. Next, I'll come back with another part 2 soon, so subscribe and stay tuned.